Happy Sunday. My name is Tiffany Almeida. I'm with Pretty and Paper Crafts, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I go live every Sunday to craft with you, inspire you, and just have fun playing with Stampin' Up! Product. Tuesday is the last day of the month. March is almost over. Celebration's almost over. The ultimate starter kit, the ultimate bundle as we're calling it, is going away on Tuesday. Tuesday's the last day to get it. I've had 5 new people join during celebration, which is amazing. They all took advantage of that ultimate starter kit. So it's very exciting because they get all the extra perks that come with buying the starter kit from me. They get the 20% discount. They get all my tutorials for free. They get to be on my team where we go live and give away prizes and do recognition for titles. And we just have a lot of fun. There's a lot of perks to being on my team. And by team, I don't mean you're a demonstrator and you sell you sell stamps. That's not what that means. Being on my team just means you get to be in my little family of stampers, and I get to spoil you because you bought the starter kit from me. And pretty much everyone that has bought the starter kit or the ultimate bundle or whatever you want to call it, most of them that have purchased it from me are just happy shoppers and just want that discount and want the extra perks that come with it. And they don't want to do a business like me, and that's totally okay. And there's no catches, there's no strings attached, no punishments, no nothing if you don't, sell a single thing. So that's why I love Stampin' Up! It's just an amazing, amazing company, and who doesn't want a discount? It's like a Costco membership. Why wouldn't you want a Costco membership? Yep, Feline was one of those that signed up during celebration, so it was awesome to have her join us. It's very exciting. Okay, let's see. 2 quick things. Number 1, I have a new ordering code. So all during March, I said if you order, you get a free paper pumpkin. I am now switching that because this week we start a new month midweek on Wednesday. So I have a new hostess code, and my new giveaway is a bundle of the Stampin' Blend storage cases. So if you place a $50 order with me this week, you get the Stampin' Blends storage, and they look like this. I'm just gonna take, and I believe you get 4 or 5 of them in a box. I think there's 5 of them. So this is just 4. They stack up. So they come in a box of 5, free with the $50 purchase from me. They hold your blends in just nicely. Isn't that nice? Okay, so you get that. With a $35 order, you get my make and takes, but I have an extra little gift this week. So I have the 3 projects. If you place a $35 order with my code, you get the make and takes. But then I just did Bunko on Saturday, and I used the Rise and Shine stamp set as well for those projects. So I have a tutorial for the 3 projects we made during Rise and Shine Bunko. So if you place a $35 order with me this week up until Friday, you'll also get that tutorial and video tutorial for those 3 projects. So you're going to get a tutorial for 6 projects total, make and takes for 3. It's going to be amazing. Plus, if you up it to $50, you get the free gift. And if you order before the end of Tuesday, you get a celebration item. Is that a lot? That's a lot. Can't even keep track of it all. So here are my projects for today. I did an eclipse card. So I cut the words out coffee. So it says, but first coffee, and it has a cute little coffee background. And then this one, I went past the coffee and tea, and I did flowers instead, a cup of flowers, and I love this bright colors. I took inspiration from this designer series paper and did the Flirty Flamingo, Crushed Curry, and Whisper White together. Thought that was a really pretty combination. Okay, and then this one, this is called a pop-up standing card. So it lays flat, as you can see. It fits in a normal envelope, but then it pops up, and you have a cute little message in here. And so it says, you've got this, but first, and then coffee. And I just love this little stack of coffee cups, super cute. And then of course my favorite colors, green and pink. I love all these bright colors that we're using today. All right, So I'm using, like I mentioned, the Rise and Shine stamp set. Now this stamp set is free with a $100 purchase. It goes away Tuesday, you guys. Tuesday's the last day to get this stamp set. It's a celebration item and it will be gone come April 1st. It coordinates with the Cup of Cheer dies that came in our holiday catalog. You guys remember these cups in the holiday catalog? I need to put these on magnets so badly. But they cut out 2 different directions of the cups because the stamps are reversible. And these stamps are reversible as well. And it has all these really fun dies. So this actually carried over. This one did not retire from the holiday catalog. And so they actually are unorderable at this time because everybody's been ordering these dies. And because they're coming from China and we're having a backlog in China right now, these are unorderable, but they'll be back. No worries, they will be back. And so as soon as they come back into stock, we can get them. Okay? I absolutely love these dies and I love this stamp set and I had a lot of fun creating with it. So, all right. Okay, so now last but not least, this one's a super cool one. I love that it pops up like that. Boop, boop, super fun. So let's go ahead and make this card. This piece is 4 1/4 by 11. We'll just do it this way. It's scored at 1, 2 3/4, 4 3/4, 5 1/2, 7 1/4, 8 1/4, and 10. Okay, so at the 5 1/2 mark, we are going to use our ruler and we're going to mark with a pencil at 5/8 of an inch on each side. So 5/8 of an inch is right here and 5/8 of an inch is right here. Okay, so now I've got these 2 marks. Now we're going to get our trimmer and we are going to trim between the 2 score lines or between the 2 marks. Okay, so from that mark to that mark. And then if you want it to be a little bit wider, you can always go in with your scissors and make it a little bit wider. And I'm just going to use my trimmer. And it depends on how many layers you have as well, like if you need to trim more off to make the opening wider. It's totally up to how much thickness of the tag that you make. And this will make sense here in a minute. Okay, so I have cut myself a little wider little hole, and we can always make it bigger if we need to. Okay, there we go. Now, for the tag, we have a piece of crumb cake. This measures 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then a piece of Whisper White. This is 2 1/2 by 5. So the first thing I did was I rounded the corners at the top. So I have my detailed trio punch. And I'm just rounding 2 sides. Okay, like so. So now I've got those and I've got this. So let's go ahead. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp flowers along this top section. So these 2 sides here, they're not going to be seen, but this section here, so these first 2 score lines in the center, they're going to be seen. So we need to stamp our flowers, and I'm doing that in crumb cake ink on crumb cake cardstock. So I've got my 2 flowers here. You can just put them both on a block together. Hi, Maureen. Good morning. Maureen's another one who just took advantage of the ultimate bundle with me. And she did it as a birthday gift for herself. So happy birthday, Maureen. It's her birthday today. All right, well, I guess I'm using Sahara sand because I can't find my crumb cake. I don't know where it ran off to. It'll be right in front of my face as soon as I get off live. So it's going to be a little bit darker this time, but that's okay. So I'm just stamping the flowers all over. My dog is over here on the floor like super happy that I didn't close him out of my office. He's like, I get to snore really loudly right here next to you, Mom. Isn't that great? Okay, so now I've stamped my flowers everywhere. I may have gone a little overboard, I ain't gonna lie, but that's okay, I love it. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take on a piece of Whisper White, we are going to stamp our 3 cups. So we have 3 cups we're gonna stamp. 1 in Melon Mambo. Let's see if I can, nope, I can't stand it up. 1 in Melon Mambo, 2 in Granny Apple Green. So on the reverse image, the flat image, I'm gonna take Granny Apple Green. Definitely get my little piercing mat so I have a nice sturdy surface. Stamp that. Okay, there's green. I'm going to clean this off real quick. We're going to reverse this. So on the opposite side, on the stitch side, we're going to stamp in Melon Mambo. Okay. Oh, I don't like that one. Let's try again. Better. Okay. And then we're going to do another one. Now, I realized that I had 2 cups that had the handles going the same direction. I wanted them to be opposite. So on this one, I'm going to make sure that I do the handle the opposite direction this time. So I have it on my block the right way. So this is the one with the hole in the center. We're going to do that one in Granny Apple Green again. Oops, I may have put them too close, but maybe not. We'll see. Okay. Going to clean this off. Close these up. I know, I love this color combo, right, Janie? It's super, super cute. Okay. The other thing I need to do is stamp a tag in the Melon Mambo. So I have Melon Mambo ink, and I need my tag on a block, I believe. So do the little heart tag. I love this stamp, you guys. Super cute. Okay, I just want to make sure my heart's going in the right direction, which it is. So we'll just stamp the tag right there. Perfect. Okay, we can also stamp our sentiment coffee in the center, or you can do tea. There's a tea stamp. It says tea or coffee. There's even one that says rise and shine. So I'm gonna put coffee in the center of this cup. Cute. I love the sentiment, like the script, the style. It's so cute. Okay, now we can go ahead and cut these out. Let's go ahead and get our big shot here. Get our dies out. Okay, so we can cut a couple of these cups out at the same time. So there's that one. Whoops, we don't want a candy cane. There's this one. And we have our tag. All right, so we're gonna put this down. Now, the other thing that I did was I took some white baker's twine and my little Stampin' Up! Stapler that I love that Tammy gave me. It's retired, but she gave me one, which was so awesome. And I'm going to staple the baker's twine to my little tag so it looks like a little tea tag. Maybe I'll tie a knot at the end so it doesn't slide through. How about that? All right, let's try that again. Just barely, but it'll work. All right, so then we're going to cut the other end off. Oh my gosh, the day I run out of staples for this thing, I'm gonna cry. So that would be so bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually glue this down on the back side. I'm gonna use, I think, tear and tape. The thing about this is I want to glue everything flat as possible because I don't want it to catch when I'm trying to make the pop-up mechanism work. So I have my cup and I'm going to glue it to the top. So just like this, I'm going to glue it to the top at a diagonal. And then I'm going to glue this down with some more tear and tape just to make sure everything stays nice and flat. Amazon's where you found the staples? Okay, good to know. Okay, so there's our tag for the first one. Then we'll do our pink one, and I'm just going to use runner for that. And we'll do that in the opposite angle. And you kind of want them up as close as possible because the portion, there's about 1 inch at the bottom that won't show, because that's where the pop-up is. So you can see, you don't see the bottom of the cup. So it's okay to leave some space at the bottom so that the majority of your image is being seen. So I'm just gonna do this one kind of at an angle here, up as high as I can, like so. Okay, so then I know that the coffee is gonna be seen because this part's gonna be glued down inside of our mechanism. All right, the other thing we need to do is stamp But First again. And we're gonna do that in Melon Mambo. And the thing that I didn't like was that I put it up too high. I don't want you to see this sentiment. I want it to just say, you've got this. And then when you slide it down, say, But First Coffee. So I'm gonna bring this little tag down about halfway so that you guys, so that they can't see it until they open the card. If that makes sense. So just inking up the But First. And I know some of you are laughing every time I say that. It sounds funny even when I say it, but it's okay. You go ahead and laugh at me. All right, so we're gonna cut this. See, I knew there were gonna be people laughing at me. All right, and then we're gonna put this, I think right about here's good, okay? All right, let's go ahead and put this cute card together. The first thing you want to do is put some tear and tape along this first score line, this 1 inch score line on both ends. You want to put tear and tape there, like so, okay? And we're going to slide our little tag in through that center slot that we cut, okay? And then this is going to actually come inside. We're going to take the backing off of this. And we're going to glue our tag. The end of our tag is going to line up with the end of that first score line, right along that tear and tape, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Dirty mind, yes. Oh my gosh, Cindy. I don't even know, that might be worse. I'm glad I can make you guys laugh. All right, so can you guys see that I glued that tag in between those two there? So when it pushes up, you can see my sentiment, But First Coffee. So when I close it, yep, as I feared, I'm gonna have to make this a little bit thicker of an opening, just because just because of that second layer. So what I'm doing now is just trimming this opening just a little bit wider so that there's enough clearing for, okay. There we go. Now it's very clear. Okay. Oh, it's getting stuck on there. Oh, sure. Okay. Let me cut just a little bit more off of, I just want to make sure this closes. And it's getting stuck right there, so let me just trim off a little bit more right here. Kind of got to play with it. There we go. Okay, so now the sentiment that we're going to do, you've got this, which I think is a really nice sentiment to have. You got this. Very encouraging. Now I want to tell you, I went ahead and used the rectangle stitch dies and I cut out the two smallest rectangles right here. One in white and one in Granny Apple Green. And so I'm going to stamp the sentiment in Melon Mambo. You've got this. So stamp that. It fits perfectly right in the center of that stitched rectangle. And then we'll glue that to our Granny Apple Green label. Put that in the center. Now you want it to go right here at the top here, in the center of this panel, like so, okay? So when it's laying flat, you see it, you've got this, and then when it pops up, you see the rest of the message, but first coffee. You guys see that? You've got this, but first coffee. And then I wanted to just add, because I like bows, I wanted to add a little bow here. So I took my Granny Apple Green textured weave ribbon, I think is what it's called, or classic weave ribbon, I can't remember which one. And I just tied a bow. And I do mine upside down because I'm weird. Just a little bow. And then we'll trim off the edges. Okay, and then you can put it wherever you want. But there you go, you have this cute card. Now this is a cute, cheerful card. And again, I love this color combination. You've got this, but first coffee. And of course it's getting stuck there. You've got this, but first coffee. So fun. All right, you guys, so these are our projects for today. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you got some inspiration, maybe some education about celebration, about the ultimate bundle deal. If you guys ever have any questions, you guys know where to find me. Thank you so much for joining me, putting up with those internet issues, and being amazing friends. You guys are awesome. Have a fabulous week. We will see you next Sunday in April. Can you believe it? Oh. And for those of you doing bingo, I'll see you on Saturday. Bye, guys.